Have you ever noticed that some of the smartest people you know, those with brilliant ideas, quick wit, and endless curiosity, struggle the most when it comes to simply being happy? It feels like a paradox. If intelligence gives us tools to solve problems, shouldn't it also help us solve the puzzle of happiness? But often the opposite is true. The sharper the mind, the heavier the thoughts it carries. Worries multiply, overthinking takes root, and joy, simple, ordinary joy, gets buried beneath layers of analysis and self-doubt. Today, let's explore why being smart doesn't always make life easier, and why the very strengths of an intelligent mind can sometimes become its biggest obstacles to happiness. One of the biggest traps for intelligent people is overthinking. The smarter you are, the more angles you can see. Every decision becomes a maze of possibilities, each path branching into dozens of what-ifs. Should I take this job or wait for a better one? Should I say what I feel or hold back? Should I commit or keep my options open? The mind starts to feel like a computer running too many tabs at once, spinning, calculating, exhausting itself. And while the brain is busy analyzing, life itself slips by. Happiness often comes not from the perfect choice, but from living fully in whichever choice we make. But for many smart people, the fear of making the wrong move keeps them stuck, paralyzed in thought, while joy waits impatiently on the other side of action. Another reason smart people struggle is their emotional depth. An intelligent mind doesn't just notice facts, it notices everything. The sadness in someone's voice, the unfairness in the world, the fleeting nature of time. For many, this sensitivity is a gift. It fuels empathy, creativity, and connection, but it also means carrying the weight of emotions more intensely. A small mistake can spiral into shame. A sad headline can feel like a personal loss. A relationship conflict can echo in their mind for weeks. Instead of brushing things off, the intelligent mind tends to magnify them, analyzing, replaying, and holding on to pain long after the moment has passed. And while this depth creates meaning, it can also make the day-to-day experience of happiness feel fragile, easily shaken by the next shadow on the horizon. Intelligence often comes hand in hand with high expectations. Smart people are used to excelling. They spot flaws quickly, imagine better solutions, and push themselves to reach higher standards. On the surface, this drive creates success, but beneath it, perfectionism can quietly erode happiness. The project isn't just good enough, it has to be flawless. The relationship isn't just healthy, it has to be ideal. And when reality inevitably falls short, frustration sets in. It's like living with an inner critic who never takes a day off. Every small achievement feels diminished, and every mistake feels magnified. Instead of enjoying progress, the mind says, "Not enough. You could have done better." And when happiness itself becomes another standard to achieve, it slips further out of reach. So, if intelligence comes with these traps, overthinking, sensitivity, and perfectionism, what's the way out? The answer isn't to think less, feel less, or lower your standards. It's to shift the relationship you have with your own mind. Happiness for smart people begins when they learn to pause the analysis and let themselves simply experience life. Messy, imperfect, unpolished. It begins with embracing mistakes as part of growth, rather than proof of failure. With recognizing that sensitivity isn't a burden, but a bridge to empathy and connection. And it begins with practicing gratitude, not as a cliché, but as a conscious reminder that joy often lives in the ordinary moments. A laugh with a friend, a walk in the sun, a quiet evening without pressure to be more. In other words, the breakthrough is not in outsmarting happiness, but in learning to let it in. In the end, Intelligence is a powerful gift, but it can't guarantee happiness, because happiness isn't something we solve with thought, it's something we practice with presence. For smart people, the challenge is learning that you don't need to be perfect, you don't need to have all the answers, you just need to allow yourself to be human. And maybe that's the wisest thing any of us can do. So if this message resonates with you or with someone you love, share it, because the more we talk about it, the lighter the weight becomes.